Hello, everybody. Oh, no. Welcome, because it's I have to always remember to like mute the other. Let's see here. Close the field. Have a tab. Open 1 second. Just like a source. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So okay, we are okay. Cool. So hello everybody. I hope you're well. I hope you have a good weekend. We haven't talked in a little while. No talk a little while. And okay, so I have cards, have everything. And wow. So wow, guys, it's one of those crazy days. Okay, I did not do. I planned to do. I was gonna do a video over the weekend about John Lewis. Okay, but I didn't. Of course, I didn't do it. But it was like it was so clear to me, guys. Like the whole, the whole the vision I had about the field of flowers. Okay, and it was as it was happening on Friday, and then the next day it continued. Okay, it wasn't. So I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Okay, and then I think it would be good to like to spend some time, okay, looking at it, okay, at what his message might be for us, and you know what I mean. So I think it would be. I don't know. I just think it's important, okay. And so many of you wrote very many beautiful pieces about his passing, okay, Audrey and ISF, okay. And so thank you for that, okay. And and that's that. Okay, so sorry, I'm like still organizing. Also, guys, I am doing okay. I'm not. I was not gonna. I was maybe like not gonna talk about it, but I'm making some changes. Okay, to the like little like the Patreon level. So there's I'm still. I'm gonna. There's some confusion about like like if you maybe you couldn't access it or something. Okay, I deleted. I already emailed the people that I there were in this very old tier that it hasn't been public in like 18 months or something. So I'm gonna delete that. But Patreon has this weird like no tier. Like it's complicated to explain. But very few of you have this thing where you have a certain level of contribution, but like it says no tier, but you have to change it to like one of the tiers that exists, so that going forward, when I send out the notification, you receive it, okay. But I'll email you, okay, and if you have any questions, email me, okay. So I'll email you, but it should be, it should be okay, because I just wanted to say also, um you're going to see that there's less people, okay. There's going to be less people are going to be leaving, okay, because I'm deleting I've, by the way, it's not a huge deal, it's just a tier, um that with the whole situation of the comments and the live chat thing. I started really like, as I've been thinking about it a lot, and I decided to kind of remove this old tier, okay, um because I just didn't feel like it was fair. As far as I want to focus on making it a bit more intimate, okay. And I don't think it was not aligned, okay. And so thank you for those of you who have contributed in that uh tier. And if we have upgraded, that's nice of you. It's just that I started to feel like, you know like I said, a little overwhelmed with all the like demands. And so it's like, guys, it's so hard, to be honest with you, just TMI. It's very hard to kind of, I was very comfortable with everybody getting everything, everybody getting almost the same thing. When it happened with the thing with the live chat, I realized I just can't do that anymore, because some of the people that like contribute a lot more, in a way, got less, because some people are better at getting attention. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's so interesting. It was just commenting here. It was just like, I have to like focus, and I think it's healthy for me, but it's very hard, very hard for me. Seriously, it's very hard. And it makes me a little bit sad, to be honest. That I have to do that, but it is what it is. It's like people, we change. So thank you. So send to the beautiful lights, everybody. But anyway, so then, guys, oh my God, what a day today! What a day today! It's been. And over the weekend, I just wanted to say this. There are several things I wanted to say. Oh, I have to open email also. Importante for my house. So there's a lot of breaking news. There's a lot of craziness. And I just wanted to say this, as far as the Portland situation is concerned, okay? I had done, if you remember, I believe I looked into it, was Friday, okay? So the situation Friday, what I saw was that it was sort of like more propaganda than it, and then more propaganda than like true. It is scary, but they're amplifying it to scare people. Okay. And then I received a message from someone, Patrice, who lives in Portland, and she said exactly the same thing. She said exactly what I had said. So I'm going to read her messages to you, just so you know that this is true. It's not, again, it's not that they're not doing horrible things, that they're not scaring people, they're not, but it's the TV is amplifying it to make it look a lot bigger than it is. Okay, so that, like, it enters the psyche, and you know what I mean. So that they say that it's like, if you watch the news, it feels like it's the entire city is under siege, and according to her, it's not. And I trust her, I know her. And so, so it's kind of more just to let you know. We're gonna talk about it at length, okay, later on. But I just wanted to let you know about that, okay. So that to take, and I guys, whenever I've said, I'm not, as you know, I always say this, but this is especially important that you keep, like, a lot of you say, oh, it scares me. Whenever I almost like, I'm gonna even like the non-live stream comments, I'm gonna start saying something like, if you use the word I'm afraid of, it scares me, and all those things, don't, pay attention. I've said this before. Don't write it like, oh, I'm scared. Like, people say, use that word scared, and that's exactly what they want. They want us to be scared. So you can't, you know you just can't really, like, you have to, like, put your feet on the ground and realize that this is like a theater, a meta theater of fear, okay. And you can't be afraid. You have to, you know what I mean. I know it's hard, but you just can't be afraid, because that's kind of like, that's their project, okay, to make everybody scared of them, especially when they're losing power, clearly losing a lot of power. We know that, right? That's true. So then, guys, did you see? Oh my God, the murder. Did you see that? That was a little scary, a little scary. So the guy. Okay, let's. There's a lot to say about it. A lot of breaking news about it. Yeah. So did you see the guy? The guy is married to a Russian woman. He worked in Russia for a while. It's interesting, Like, it's only coincidence. Only coincidence. A small coincidence. He does look like he's crazy, but I just don't think it's. Don't you think, guys? He doesn't look like he could have been used or something. Oh my God, guys, I remember, the story of, like, okay, this is too conspiracy theory, but those guys who killed, the guy who killed, what's his name, JFK. That they always find these, like, crazy people. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just find it, like, really. I'm sorry. I find it shady, and I don't think it's a conspiracy theory, because truly, this is not. This is, the resume of the guy. You know what I mean? You look it up. So people posted information. It's very, it's not normal. You know what I mean? Not normal in that way. Both he sounds crazy, but also has the connections. So we'll find out. Okay, if he could have been kind of, you know what I mean, kind of like whispered or something to do certain things. Okay. So anyway, so that's interesting. Okay. Okay. So my God, guys, I'm kind of like a little, altered. I think a little bit, like. Okay. So okay. So let me, guys, I'm gonna get a candle. I'll be right back. Okay, get the candle, and then we can do protection. Oh, my face is like, hi. Do you see my pores? I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry, I didn't notice. Hi, I see here. Do you see my makeup? I'm like present on, like, melting makeup or something. So, so anyway, so so let me find a candle, and then we'd start with Representative John Lewis. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. So. Oh, I'm back. Here with candle. Let me and candle. We're back together, huh? Me, huh? And candle. We're happy together. Okay. So guys, okay. So for, it's interesting, because even I feel like it's so interesting, because I'm about to talk about Representative John Lewis, but I was like, I need to put, I'm instinctively drawn to candle before we talk about him. Really, I was gonna just talk, how it is. I usually talk a bit and then start, but now he's pure. Here with us as light. Okay, so let's start. I like to ask for protection, Beautiful way of life. Huh. Oh, coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources. That it create the good, huh? And only the good, huh? The good for the good people. The good for the good people. Okay, so okay, so okay here. Okay, so here I have candle. I ready drink. Little water. Okay, so let's talk about Representative John Lewis. Okay, so guys. Okay, so here, so I wrote what described at length. I guess what I saw. So it was interesting, guys. It was like literally as if he was like he arrived and he arrived right into a field of flowers. Like imagine it's not like I'm trying to describe, like, imagine if it's like a, I don't know, wedding, but it's like everywhere. That's all it is like flowers everywhere, fields and fields of flowers, and they go straight to this field of flowers, okay, and then they're like, I don't know that they're even touching the flowers. It's just that they are like there with the flowers, okay, and then I see that the flowers, like that it's a special place. Not everybody could go in, obviously to go to the flower place, but I understood to be that they were the people that they were like they planted the seeds, okay, and it's interesting because it's very literal here, okay, in the sense that they came and they were the flowers, they were planted in a way, you know what I mean, in the sense that they were like they were going to grow, and from there the seeds would sprout, okay, would fall, guys. And it really, I should have used the image of a sunflower, because that's really what it was like sunflowers, like how you see the flower with a lot of seeds, and then they fall, and then I see like the flowers kind of falling. It's like, how like even in cartoons or something, the sky or heaven is above the clouds, right? So from above the clouds, as the sunflowers start drying, then the seeds fall everywhere, like, but imagine like thousands of flowers, and these are the people that came to be the flowers, okay, and then their seeds, like when they leave the seeds behind. And obviously this is not children or anything like that. It's more like when you see the works they've done, it's like it plants, when you're touched by their works, it plants a seed in you, really, guys, you know what I mean? It creates a seed. It's like it wakes up a seed, and it puts a seed inside of us. It really does. That's what it is. It puts a seed, and that's how it lives. Because it's so interesting, guys. We think the world that we live in today is about money, or like how much money, you know what I mean, being very wealthy, right? That would be theoretically, is that means you're a person of honor in some way, right? But it's not telling me here, no. No. It's about the seeds you plant, okay? And it clearly, what I understand here is that it's like almost like a new species, okay? It's not like, for example, you could argue, okay, let's say the Koch brothers, like they have a lot of seeds, they literally plant money in people to like do whatever they want. But that's not what it's saying. It's saying that it's almost like it's a new era. It's like planting the seeds for the new era. And the thing that I don't think I describe it well in the text that I wrote, the short paragraph, that what I saw was that it's literally like as if, from the, I guess, God, whatever the universe creates, and the other side, okay, it's an arch of progress. I don't even mean political I mean progress in general, right? So to them, there has to be the seed, the flower people that plant the seeds, and then things change and they grow and they grow. So it's sad, because when we look at the situation and we look at losing somebody like John Lewis, it seems like an era is over. Like, especially when we have Trash and his minions in power, it feels so far away. But the reality is that they came to plant the seeds, and they every but the thing that I want you to see, guys, is that it's almost like he was one flower. Like, if you think about the thousands, what I mean to say is that the thousands and thousands of seeds that he left behind. Think about the power. That's what it's saying, is that there, it's not, guys, it's almost like, it's so interesting to see it. It's not even like beyond, they have this role, like it's almost like the big book in the universe, they call it, isn't there like some records or something, like it was supposed to happen like this, okay? Okay, sorry. It's not sad. It's just like when I think about, when you think about it, it's sad, guys. Like, it reminds me of like, okay, sorry. If you know, if you know it by now, we know that it's not like I'm sad. It's just emotional. Okay, so it's like, reminds me, guys. Even though I barely know, it's like the Bible. You know what I mean? It's like, isn't that? It's like, it's like, is that the apostles? Is that right, guys? The apostles. Sorry, like I'm, I I grew up in the Catholic country, but don't read the Bible very much. But you know what I mean? It's like it's a person who came like a preacher to tend to us. Okay, when we didn't know the way to the light. You know what I mean? So it's very beautiful. Okay, really like, because when I see this, guys, it's a message of simplicity. You know what I mean? That we think that it's all about these huge works, or like, even being present, like something huge. We always think that in order to make a difference, we have to make something huge, or like obviously they did do something huge, but what I'm understanding here is that it's like the little things. I don't know how else to put it. It's like it really does remind me of the, not a preacher, um the person who tends to the cat. What is the name of it? Is pastor. Pastor, is that right? The pastor, is that right in Portuguese? Pastor, is that right? The pastor, right? It's like the congregation, you know what I mean? But in that sense, a very simple biblical kind of thing. Okay, it's something that they knew. It's like, the whole thing, guys. I remember one time I saw this thing on Twitter. It was like I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was a priest or someone like that. It said something like, the voice that you hear in your head, this is not right, is the voice of God. Justice is like this the thirst for justice. That's the voice of God speaking inside of you, and he heard it. You know what I mean? So, and it was so clear to him that nothing could break him, and many people in the era. Okay, so if you think about it, guys, think about like when we look at what's happening now and like how real it is, bigotry and hate and all those things. Okay, and then you see that like it took, like, it's not an angel, because when you think of an angel, it's like very ethereal. It's not that. It's more like a sense of clarity about, it's like a really like connection to have, you know what I mean, to like, that's why in some ways, guys, this activism that comes from like African American community, to be honest. But from my perspective, I can't speak for it. To me, it is a lot of times anchored in some sort of religious experience, because it has to come from a form of a revelation. You know what I mean? It's like you see it so clearly, like if you, because guys, you have to think about like how much they suffered, okay, and how awful everything was around them, and yet they believed in what they didn't see yet. And that is the lesson. You know what I mean? Like, it's like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh, they said this and they said that. Who cares? Like, just the only people you should care about what they said is the good people in the world. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, this is why you kind of like, it's a reminder. You know what I mean? Look at them, like, they're like, oh my god, I couldn't sit at the lunch counter. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Like, they I'm not saying, like, you know what I mean, that we still have so much to do, but this is like, I don't know. So I'm rambling here. Okay, so this is, this is that, guys. You know what I mean? The greatness. That's what I feel like. This is what I wanted to say, is that, it may feel like when you see someone like him passing, it's not exhausting. It's exhausting because we're exhausted, but exhausting to see like these good people pass and trash still around, trash consistently. Okay, and then but what I realized, guys, what, seriously, when I see him over there, it's like he's a person who was like in the Bible. I know you from Bible. I see you before, huh, John? I think there's chapter. No, I think chapter, John. I know you. I know you. So like, you so you know what I mean, like, I sorry, here crying. Okay, so like, okay, so it's just, It's just this clarity and purity of vision and action. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. So okay, I rambling. Sorry, I rambling. Let me gather my thoughts here. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, so then the guys, I see them go back to the flower field. Okay, so then he is there. Everybody's like, a lot of people are there. Okay, let me find out why the flowers. Why you're there in the field of flowers? We plant the seeds and we harvest the next. Yeah, there is something, guys. I think they're like the field, the seeds, or so, there's something like kind of spiritual connection here, indeed, that they came to plant the new era, the new beginnings, the new era, but in a way that is very connected to the things that have always been. Okay. This reminds me of something I saw in one of my favorite documentaries about this architect. The documentary is called My Architect. Guy, his name is Louis Kahn. Okay, he was the long story, but there's at one point in the movie, this is a documentary, like a footage of him or something, like he says, what is has always been, what has always been always will be. Okay, because he taught, what happens is that when he was in his 50s or late 40s or something, he had a revelation. He was an architect. He spent time in Rome, and he realized that he wanted his buildings to have the lasting qualities of Roman, of like Roman architecture, or like ancient architecture, let's put it this way. Then that's when he said that what is has always been, has always been, always will be. Okay, and so similarly here, okay, what they stand for essentially is what, is the eternal, is the truth and the eternal. Okay, so so this is like, I think, just very advanced people, guys, spiritually. Okay, seriously. Okay, let's see. I know. So I think I believe Audrey may have alluded to this. How do we continue? What will the seeds do going forward? The ones that have the seeds awaken in them. Okay, what will the seeds do going forward? Interesting, though, because I see that, like, I shows it. I see this image of the whole concept of this harvest, right? So there's like the seeds. Their seeds are planted, and then they grow really fast, like into these huge trees and forests. And then it shows also the seeds of the old ways are drying out. So we needed new seeds because the old era is drying out. There's no, it's like saying that the old seeds don't provide any nourishment. People need to grow. They need to grow spiritually. The people that seek the light, they need the new, they need the light. They need this high level. Okay, so it's saying that it's this area where it's like everybody, guys, it's not like, it's not so simple. Everybody coming together, it's not about everybody hugging. And it's not that, but it's more like the new seeds. And if you think about, even the concept of biology, right, where everything comes from the tiniest. If let's say, if everything, if this were to be true, and assuming that everything comes from a tiny cell, the seed starts with a cell, and then the cell reproduces, and then everything grows from that, which is similar. You know what I mean? So it's like you need everything that comes from the seed that then has the same DNA, literally. Okay, like in the sense that it has the same vibration, the same. It's going to come. It's going to build the same. It's like a new, guys. And if you think of like I don't know, so many crazy ideas here, but sort of like the humanity and the shifts and all those things. It's truly a new era. Okay, and that we grow from the thing that it's literally, guys, truly, like, the whole thing is okay. I'm going to say something a little mean here. I don't mean it. Okay, sorry about that, but it's when I see drying out, I see an image of Kelly and Conway, little raisin Garla. Kellyanne Conway. So she's drying out a little. Sorry, is it sexist? I'm sorry. Just that's the limit. Spirit's telling me, talking to me. I cannot. I have to tell truth. I tell truth. I tell truth. I tell what I see. I say what I see. Okay. So, so anyway, so this is it. Like, it's so very green and very lush, and that's the only thing that provides nourishment, guys. It's like the old ways are dying and drying, and the nourishment is the love forward. Okay. So so interesting, interesting. So this is interesting, guys. I'm moving. Oh, move. I find moving. Find interesting. Okay, so anything, guys. This is the time I should have had more comment times. Okay, maybe I'll do another time. I should. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. Okay, this time is too crazy. Sorry, I can't. I would have been too distracted. Okay, if I had comments now, I'm still healing from comments. Okay, it's not yet. Okay, but but um but this is nice. I like it. I really do. Okay, so come. Okay, so here a message for us, and he message for us. It's like it's just that he's throwing flowers and petals at us, all of it. It's like you deal with it now. Hmm? Time for me to rest. Oh yeah. So guys. Okay, this is. I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but I think people like me. Okay, I feel like a lot of ways we were just kind of like, oh, the civil rights era is so great. Oh yeah, great. Bye. Like no, we have to keep going. We have to continue, and this is right. Okay. So okay, but what happened? And guys, it's so interesting that the messages here. So it's saying when you have a garden and you don't take care of the wild, what is it, you have to take care that you remove the grass, the overgrown grass or something. You have to tend to it, and when you don't tend to it, the bad herbs, they take over, and that's what happened. Okay. And they were powerful, of course. There was a lot of money. It's a very inorganic thing. Okay, it's planned and coordinated, and we have to keep, but it's saying like once we, I think it's really so interesting, this whole thing of the plants, like the old herbs, the old dried up things. Kellyanne cells, sorry, saying like it's not going to grow very fast, whereas the other place is very lush, and we're going to go in that direction anyway. It's saying it's not going to be so divisive in the future, okay, because those people are going to dry out like a raisin, dry out to get the too dry for eating. For anything, really, like it's like there's no water inside, there's no greens, there's no vitamins. It's just going to be like a dried up leaf. Okay, so I that is not. Hello, can I have my I need some nourishment. I need some celery juice from me. I juicing. I need celery. I do have celery. No, so today I see you later. So guys, it's so funny, the whole thing of the juicer. It's like it pumps out this very dry thing. It looks like poop. It's so dry, and that's what it reminds me of. You can't, I took the juice out. It went somewhere else. That what was left was scallion. So anyway, okay. Rosa, she goes off on her own. Guys, this is like if I did something else, they would find this thing. They would find the video. They'd be like, "A gotcha." Look, she was saying very sexist things. Look at her. I found this video of hers. She's gonna have to lose her job. You're about to lose your job. You know, something like that. Okay, so what does he know about trash? And he's kicking him to the curb, and then the big garbage truck takes him and puts him in the straight to hell bus. Yeah. It's so interesting, guys. Usually when I see the other side people, they're not very bothered by this. A lot of times, sometimes they are by the country, but by trash himself, they never are bothered by him. They're never like, oh, I'm so afraid of him. Because really, guys, if you stand in the world of the things that matter, trash doesn't go very far. He really does not have a very, nobody. Oh, really? Him? Oh, him? Okay. So, oh my God. So this is interesting. Interesting. Okay. Anything else? Um. Okay. So guys. Okay. I'm not gonna. Okay. I saw. Okay. How do I say this? I should tell you this. Okay. I guess I see an image of somebody going up there to heaven that we know, but don't get okay if it does happen. I don't want to say. I'm not even gonna say because it's not worth it. Okay. But just so you know. Um. Um. Yeah, it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's not. I don't want to. You know, don't get too stressed out about it. Okay, but it's not. Yeah, I think, guys, honestly, I think over there they are very excited about what's coming, which is interesting. We're so kind of depressed in general. You know, we exhausted, but they are very excited about what's coming, which is nice. You know, it's nice for a change. Nice for a change. Nice for a change. They don't. They feel like, oh, it's, you know, from their perspective, it's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. Oh my God, it's coming. A revolution coming. I see it. A revolution over there. Where? Over there. Coming. Coming. No, really, like, no, really, change. Big change coming. I think it's time. It's like, and then I see the, you know, they're taking out the seeds, the bad seeds, and they all dried up, and it's over for dried up seeds. No longer time for you, right? So interesting. Okay, so wow. Wow. Okay. So now, so it's good, guys, right? I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's moving. And now I'm moving, also moving to new subject. But guys, it's a very comforting image, okay? And I feel like from his perspective here, it's like this new era is coming, and they were like, I don't say they were prophets, but they planted the seeds, and now the seeds are everywhere, and we're going to like have this era of, I don't know, guys. Weird to say more abundance. I see this gorgeous succulent plants, and all these like health. It's very healthy and very. I don't know. It's a new era, really. It's like we're moving the last of the old seeds. I almost saw like a little thing floating here, but anyway. So okay. So I hope this is, you know, it's comforting to me. No, just to me. No, really, because it is comforting. I know it's sad, very sad for us, but it's not in vain at all. Okay. I know some of you might feel like, oh my God, we can never have, no, but it's just the beginning. It is just the beginning. Okay. Okay. So next, I'm going to let's see here. Okay. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to close. I'm going to close here. Okay. Okay. Closing. Closing. Okay. For us. Oh, no. Sorry.